You're listening to Creative Corner with Denise, and of course, as I said earlier, this is the first Thursday of the month, which is, of course, Book Chat. Welcome to the studio, Jackie.
Oh, hi, Denise. How are you?
It's good. It's great to have you back again.
Yes, thank you for having me.
We had a great response to our Book Chat last month. So what are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about vampires.
Vampires. Well, aren't vampire books popular?
Very popular, yes. There's a whole phenomenon going on about them at the moment, and I thought I want to find out why. I want to find out what the attraction is.
Yes, because really vampires aren't something that you really romanticise, you would think, would you?
Yeah. So I just really wanted to look into the whole psychology of why people are attracted to these sorts of stories. And I did a bit of research over the last few weeks, and it's just incredible. It's been around since the 1700s, our fascination with vampires and all things mythical.
Is that in writing as well as
in literature?
In literature,
wow.
Yeah.
So it started with a guy called John Polydorus in 1819, and he wrote a book called The Vampire. And that sort of established the character around the vampire, what they were all about.
Oh, so he actually is the one that established the persona, if you will, of a vampire.
Yeah, a fictional vampire. So, and of course, after that came along Bram Stoker, and he really brought vampires into public attention.
Oh, in fact, most people would think that was the first vampire novel.
Yeah, that's right. In 1897, he wrote Dracula.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
and Dracula is still known to this day. And how many films have been made around Dracula?
Yeah, exactly. And that's right. All the movies. The interesting thing is now that there's a whole new generation of people discovering vampires. A lot of them think Stephanie Meyer, who wrote Twilight, is the person
who invented
it,
the genre. But she really just kick-started it again.
Exactly, the fad. It seems to go around, and there's times in literature when it becomes really trendy.
Yes.
It's always been around for people who really like fantasy and like the particularly Gothic type reading.
Yes.
So those people haven't sort of let go of that genre. It's just become more mainstream again.
So would there be other books, novels, etc., that may not be, as you say, in the mainstream, but are still before Twilight I'm talking about, would have still been available for people to buy?
Yeah. Anne Rice in particular, she's a bit of a legend in this. It's a bit of a sub-genre,
right?
But she's right back in the public realm now because she wrote Interview with a Vampire. And that triggered off a whole lot of stuff at the time.
Because that was a big film with Tom Cruise, wasn't it?
That's right, Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
I just don't like to think of either of them as vampires.
There's been vampire writers, beavering away and writing these books for people who love this genre. And what's happened with Stephanie bringing Twilight out is that everyone who's finished with the Twilight series is looking for more, hungry for more.
Yes.
And so they've gone back to rediscover these authors that wrote in the 1970s.
So they've got, so to speak, the appetite for a vampire.
Yeah, exactly. So Anne Rice is a very influential vampire writer.
And when was she actually first published?
She was first published in 1976.
Okay.
Yeah, and her Vampire Chronicles, she's written a whole series of vampire books.
And had they sort of died out before Twilight?
Yeah. Not died out. Like I said, there's always been a subculture. There's always been a group of people who really, but it's a very minor, a niche genre. So, and it's just, the Twilight phenomenon has just brought them back. With a vengeance.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and we're seeing some incredible book covers. Like, when you look at how one of the Anne Rice books, how it was originally published and the cover was quite unappealing.
Yes.
And now we're seeing some incredible looking books coming out that are so attractive to look at. You have to pick them up and read them.
Well, that's very good marketing.
Yeah, exactly. And they're all coming out with book trailers as well. That's a really massive trend in the book industry.
What is that?
It's where you actually get, if you're you're interested in a particular book, you can usually either go to the publisher's website or go to YouTube, which is where you can, find a lot of these sorts of things. And you can actually get an impression of how the author sees the characters, and they put together either just visual images or photos. They put beautiful background music to things, or dramatic background music, and they represent the book in a 3 to 4 minute trailer.
Is this actually done by the publishers?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
It's just another way of promoting the book. So
is this fairly new?
It's fairly new. It's a bit like a video clip for books.
So they're doing for books what Queen did for video clips back in the 70s.
Yeah, exactly. And you can actually, it's quite incredible because, you might be halfway through a book, and and like the other day, I'm reading a book called Beautiful Creatures at the moment, which is probably a bit more like Harry Potter, in it's a lot more magical.
Right.
And it's a lot more about people casting spells and all those sorts of things, but written for an older audience.
Okay.
I wouldn't say adult, but more young adult, whereas I think Harry Potter originally started for the much younger children.
Yes, I think it was sort of aimed for your 10, 11-year-olds, wasn't it? But everyone ended up loving it,
exactly.
Didn't they? Yeah.
But I was reading Beautiful Creatures, and I thought I'd go and have a look at the book trailer the other day, and it was just such a beautiful trailer, and it was just like, I can just see this movie now,
If you hadn't been reading the book, would the trailer have enticed you to read it?
It could, yeah. I have looked up trailers for books that are coming, and it does. It just, I guess, inspires different senses.
Yes.
Yeah, and gives you a more holistic approach to the book. It doesn't take away from the book in any way. It just gives you a taste for it. It's a bit of a tease, really.
Well, I guess it's like you say, it's like that cover or poster or something like that just sparks your interest, that you then go on to read the book. And are all new releases now having these trailers?
Most have,
Right.
not all do,
Yep.
but most have, and particularly the ones that are targeted at young adults, because that's the market that will go on YouTube and look it up.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so-
And I think, as you say, marketers are starting to realise that the internet and things like YouTube really do grab the imagination of younger people. And I think older people are starting to get more into that as well.
Yeah.
It's probably the way ahead.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, we're even thinking just in the last few weeks about trialling video display in the store, and actually having these book trailers running.
Oh, wow, that'd be fantastic.
As a way of people actually, getting a taste for the book before they buy it. And
Oh, what an excellent idea.
Yeah.
Because I actually must get on YouTube and have a look, because that sounds quite exciting.
Yeah,
quite
it is.
exciting.
It is.
So you're listening to Creative Corner and Book Chat with Jackie and Denise, and we'll have another song, and then we're going to come back and talk some more about vampires.
That was Blondie with Atomic, and before that we had Good Vibrations by the Beach Boys. You're listening to Creative Corner on 88.9 FM, and we're doing book chat today, and we're talking about vampires.
And you're with Denise and Jackie, who's from the Collins and ABC bookshop in Werribee Plaza, and you won Franchisees of the Year.
Yeah, we did. I forgot about that.
How could you forget that? How exciting is that?
It seems like so long ago.
Well, I haven't seen you since.
No,
so.
I know. Yeah, actually, we swept the floor. I don't want to brag, but we actually won Franchisee of the Year, and we won Local Promotion of the Year as well.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, so the local promotion was actually for a vampire promotion.
Is that
funnily
right?
enough? Yeah. It was for the event we did with the Regent Cinema at the Werribee Mansion when New Moon came out.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a big success,
Yeah,
wasn't it? Oh,
it
well,
was.
congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
It was it was really nice to get the acknowledgement
Absolutely.
after all that
because
hard
how
work.
long have you been in the plaza now?
2 years.
Well, it's really great that you've businesses developed like that and you've been recognised. That's really good.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Thank you.